Okay, good evening everyone, and welcome to the Provincetown Public Library for the November edition of the O'Neill 100, a year-long celebration of the 100th anniversary of Eugene O'Neill's arrival here in Provincetown in 1916. He was at the ripe young age of 27. I'd like to give a special thank you to the diehards out here tonight who braved this gorgeous November evening to be here with us for what will be the second to last installment in the O'Neill 100 series. It's hard to believe we got 10 of these under our belt after this evening is done. And it's been nice to see some of the same faces every month. Just really being here and supporting this year-long journey we've taken together. Tonight, the actors will present The Hairy Ape, written in 1922 by O'Neill. This is an expressionist play that tells the story of Yank, a brutish, unthinking laborer searching for himself and a sense of belonging in a world controlled by the rich. As always, this performance has been both selected and directed by Provincetown's Stewart M. Derrick, and at this time I'd like to bring him out to tell you a little bit more about our play. Let's get him on. All yours.
Thank you for coming in this way. I'm going to keep my comments short because I don't want to describe it. This is an incredible play, and it's Eugene O'Neill has always said it was his favorite. He didn't necessarily say it was his best. He thought that was the Iceman coming, but this was his favorite play. And it's a perfect play to do in November. Anyone who has been coming regularly to this series know that we have been working through the one-act plays that were written prior to and when he came to Provincetown. This is one of the last Provincetown plays that he wrote. He wrote it actually in December of 1921, and it was produced a few months later at the Provincetown Playhouse on McDougal Street in New York City. It starred, if you look at your program, Louise Wollheim. He was the original Hairy Ape, and this is a woodcut of him, and you will see why shortly. He is in the thinker pose on the inside. This on the back, it was at the Provincetown Playhouse for a few months, and it was such an incredible success, it transferred to Broadway. This is from the Broadway production. Again, we have Louise Wollheim. The woman is interesting. Her name is Carlotta Monterey, and 4 years later, she would be Eugene O'Neill's wife. As I said, this is a perfect way to segue into the final two readings here. I decided for November to do a play from his middle period where he got very experimental with things like The Great God Brown and doing surreal expressionist. He called it supernatural, not in the supernatural sense of the word, but the supernatural, not natural. And next month we're doing Yui from his late period. But this is the perfect segue into his experimental period because the character of Yank has been, of course, in many of his plays that were written earlier in Provincetown, like Bound East for Cardiff and ones that you have seen earlier in this series. Yank actually is based on a real person. His name is Driscoll. That was his real name, and he was an Irishman that used to drink with O'Neill at Jimmy the Priest's bar in New York City, down on the waterfront on the west side, about where the World Trade Center is right now, or was, I'm sorry. And he decided that rather than have Driscoll, who was a brawling Irishman, be Irish, he wanted him to be more of an everyman, so he made him not Irish. Driscoll actually committed suicide by jumping overboard on one of the steamer ships that O'Neill was working on. We also are doing this a little bit different tonight. You'll see that the actors have stands and stools. This play is subject to so many different interpretations. Did anybody see the Tennessee Williams version this summer by any chance? Out at the Wharf? They concentrated on the physicality and the movement of it. Other people really take liberties with how they represent the hairy ape and the other characters. I decided that what I want you to listen to more than anything is the exquisite language that O'Neill uses. And I, for the first time, am actually going to be not just commenting on reading the stage directions. The stage directions here are very much a part of the play, so they're going to be a little bit more extensive. You will have a break. There are no acts. There are how many scenes? 8. And we're going to have a break between 4 and 5. It moves. It's not going to be, a long evening, I hope. I just want to read one thing to you, and then we will go on with the show. I want you to pay special attention to the various levels of society that O'Neill talks about in this play, because that was one of the things that he really wanted to emphasize in these later plays. The play begins in the bowels of the stokehold, and if you saw the picture on the back, that's what a stokehold looked like, a fiery furnace. And the woman in white will be explained as the play goes along. And it's about, it's really the universal question that confronts every man. How do I find a place in society where I fit in? Where is my place in society? And this directly addresses that. So Yank is not so much, is more of a symbol than he is of an actual person, as O'Neill's plays have been in the past, which makes this a really important transition for O'Neill in his work and into his more experimental phase. I'm going to read his take on what he considers in this play, and then we'll begin. The hairy ape, O'Neill said, was propaganda in the sense that it was a symbol of man who has lost his old harmony with nature. Please come in. We're just beginning. With nature. The hairy ape, O'Neill said, was propaganda in the sense that it was a symbol of man who has lost his old harmony with nature, the harmony which he used to have as an animal and is not yet acquired in a spiritual way. Thus, not being able to find it on earth nor in heaven, he's in the middle, trying to make peace, taking, quote, the waist punches from Bodedom. This idea was expressed in Yank's speech. The public, who went to see the play initially, just saw a stoker, not the symbol, and the symbol makes the play either important or just another play. Yank can't go forward, so he tries to go back. This is what his shaking hands with the gorilla in the final scene meant. But he can't go back to belonging either. The subject here is the same ancient one that always was and always will be the one subject for drama, and that is man and his struggle with his own fate. The struggle used to be with the gods, but is now with himself, his own past, and his attempt to belong. I am so proud to present the hairy ape. The hairy ape, scene 1. The scene is the fireman's forecastle of a transatlantic liner an hour after sailing from New York for the voyage across the Atlantic. Tiers of narrow steel bunks 3 deep are on all sides. The room is crowded with men, shouting, cursing, laughing, singing, a confused, inchoate uproar swelling into a sort of unity, a meaning, the bewildered, furious, baffled defiance of a beast in a cage. Nearly all the men are drunk. All are dressed in dungaree pants, heavy, ugly shoes. Some wear singlets, but the majority are stripped to the waist. The treatment of this first scene, or of any other scene in the play, should by no means be naturalistic. The effect sought after is a cramped space in the bowels of a ship, imprisoned by white steel. The lines of bunks, the uprights supporting them, cross each other like the steel framework of the cage. The ceiling crushes down upon the men's heads. They cannot stand upright. This accentuates the natural stooping posture which shoveling coal and the resultant overdevelopment of back and shoulder muscles have given them. The men themselves should resemble those pictures in which the appearance of Neanderthal man is guessed at. All are hairy-chested with long arms of tremendous power, and low receding brows above their small, fierce, resentful eyes. All the civilized races are represented, but except for a slight differentiation in color of hair, skin, eyes, all these men are alike. The curtain rises on a tumult of sound. Yank in the foreground. He seems broader, fiercer, more truculent, more powerful, more sure of himself than the rest. They respect his superior strength, the grudging respect of fear. Then, too, he represents to them a self-expression, the very last word in what they are, their most highly developed individual.
Give me drink there, yo!
Alvoet!
Salute!
Ah, nice.
Skål!
Drunk is the Lord. Good peace you.
Here's the how.
Look!
Pass that bottle back, damn you.
Burn it down his neck!
Hey, Froggy, where the devil you been?
La Touraine.
I hit him smash in the yaw,
Jenkins the first. He is a rotten swine.
And the coppers nabbed him, and I run.
I like Pierre better. It don't pighead give you.
A slut, I'm saying. She robbed me asleep.
Ah, the hell with them all!
You're a bloody lie.
Say that again!
Commotion, two men are about to fight and are pulled apart.
No scrapping now.
Tonight.
See who's the best man!
Bloody Dutchman.
Tonight on the forward square.
I'll bet him, Dutchy.
He packed a wallop, I tell you.
Shut up, what?
No fighting, mateys. We're all chums, ain't we?
A voice starts bawling a song.
Beer, beer, beer,
right up to here.
Choke off that noise! Where'd you get that beer stuff? Beer? Hell, beer's for girls. And Dutchmen. Me for something with a kick to it. Give me a drink, one of you guys.
Several bottles are eagerly offered to Yang. He takes a tremendous gulp at one of them, then keeping the bottle in his hand, glares belligerently at the owner, who hastens to acquiesce in this robbery by saying,
All righty, Yank. Keep it up and have another.
Yang contemptuously turns his back on the crowd again. For a second there's an embarrassed silence, then...
We must be passing the hook.
She's beginning to roll to it.
6 days in hell and then Southampton.
By Jesus! I wish somebody take my first watch for me.
Betting C6, squarehead.
Drink up and forget it.
What's in your bottle?
Gin.
Touch nigger drink.
Absinthe, it's doped. You'll go off your tummy, Froggy.
Cochon.
Whiskey, that's the ticket.
Where's Patty? Going to sleep.
Sing us that whiskey song, Patty.
They all turn to an old Irishman, wizened and dozing, very drunk on the benches forward. His face is extremely monkey-like, with all the sad, patient pathos of that animal in his small eyes.
Sing it a song, Caruso Pat.
He's getting old. The drink is too much for him.
Ah, he's too drunk.
I'm never too drunk to sing. It's only when I'm dead in the world I be wishful to sing at all. Whiskey Johnny you want, a chanty you want. Now that's a queer wish from the ugly like of you. God help you. But no matter. Oh, whiskey is the life of men. Whiskey, oh Johnny. Oh, whiskey is the life of men. Whiskey, oh Johnny. Oh, whiskey drove me old man mad. Whiskey, oh Johnny. Oh, whiskey drove me old man mad. Whiskey, oh Johnny.
Hell! Nix on that old sailing ship stuff. All that bull's dead, see? And you're dead too, you damned old harp. Only you don't know it. Take it easy, give us a rest. Nix on a loud noise. Can't you see I'm trying to think? Think!
The chorus word has a brazen metallic quality, as if their throats were phonograph horns. It is followed by a general uproar of hard, barking laughter.
Don't be cracking your head, will you, Yank?
You get headache, Payingo!
One thing about it, it rhymes with drink.
Drink, don't think! Drink, don't think! Drink, don't think!
A whole chorus of voices
All
has
right.
taken up this refrain, stamping on the floor, pounding on the benches with fists. Yank takes a gulp from his bottle good-naturedly.
All right, can of noise. I got you the first time.
The uproar subsides, a very drunken, sentimental tenor begins to sing.
Far away in Canada, Far across the sea, there's a lass who fondly waits, making a home for me.
Shut up, you lousy boo.
Uh,
Where'd you get that tripe? Home? Home, hell, I'll make a home for you. I'll knock you dead. Home? To hell with home. Where'd you get that tripe? This is home, see? What you want with home? Well, I ran away from mine when I was a kid. Only too glad to beat it, that was me. Home was nothing but lickings for me, that's all. But you can bet your shirt, no one ain't never licked me since. You wanna try it? Any of yous? Huh? Well, I guess not. Oh, girls waiting for you, huh? Oh, hell, all that's tripe. They don't wait for no one. They double-cross you for a nickel. They're all tarts, get me? Treat 'em rough, that's me. To hell with 'em. Tarts, that's what? The whole bunch of them.
Listen here, comrades. Yankee is right. He says, this here stinking ship is our home. And he says as home is hell. And he's right. This is hell. We lives in hell, comrades. And right enough we'll die in it. And who's to blame, I ask ya? We ain't. We wasn't born this rotten way. All men is born free and equal. That's in the bleeding Bible, mateys. What do they care for the Bible, them lazy, bloated swine what travels first cabin? Them's the ones. They dragged us down till we're only wage slaves in the bowels of a bloody ship, sweating, burning up, eating coal dust. It's them's to blame, the damn capitalist class.
There had been a gradual murmur of lip-tilted resentment rising among the men until now there is a storm of hisses, boos, and catcalls. A voice says, "Turn it off."
Shut up. Sit down.
Closet of things.
Damn fool. Sit down before I knock you down. Not a Bible, huh? A capitalist class, huh? Oh, nix on that Salvation Army socialist bull. Get a soapbox. Hire a hall. Come and be saved, huh? Jerk us to Jesus, huh? I'll go on. I've listened to lots of guys like you, see? You're all wrong. Want to know what I think? You ain't no good to no one. You're the bunk. You got no nerve, get me? You're yellow, that's what. Yellow, that's you. Say, what's them slobs in the first cabin got to do with us? We're better men than they are, ain't we? Sure. One of us guys could clean up the whole mob of them with one mitt. Put him down here for one watch in a stokehole, what'd happen? They'd carry him off on a stretcher. Them birds don't amount to nothing, they're just baggage. Who makes this old tub run, huh? Ain't it us guys? Well then we belong, don't we? We belong and they don't, that's all. As for this being hell, nuts. You lost your nerve, that's what. This is a man's job, get me? It belongs. It runs this tub, no stiffs need apply. But you're a stiff, see? You're yellow, that's you.
You're righto.
A man's job.
Talk is cheap, long.
He never could hold up his end. Devil take him.
Yank's right. Make it go.
Hey, God, Yank say the right thing.
We don't need no one crying over us.
Make speeches.
Throw him out.
Yellow.
Chuck him overboard.
I'll break his jaw.
Ah, take it easy, leave him alone. He ain't worth a punch. Drink up. Here's how. Whoever owns this.
He takes a long swallow from his bottle. All drink with him. In a flash, all his hilarious amiability again, backslapping and loud talk.
Get it under this, you're saying. We make the ship to go, you're saying. Yeah, then. God Almighty have pity on us. Oh, to be back in the days of my fine youth. Oh, Sean. Oh, there was fine, beautiful ships them days. Clingers with tall masts touching the sky. Fine, strong men in them, men that was the sons of the sea. As 'twas the mother of all that bore them. Oh, The clean skins of them and the clear eyes. The straight backs and full chests of them. Brave men they was. Bold men surely. Oh, we'd be sailing out. Bound down around the Horn maybe. We making sail in the dawn with a fair breeze. Singing a chanty song with no care in it. And astern, the land would be sinking low and dying out. But we give no heed but a laugh, and never look behind. For the day that was enough. Oh, for we was free men. And I'm thinking 'tis only slaves that to be giving heed to the day that's gone, or the day that's come. So they're old like me. Oh, the Wisconsin south again with the power of the trade wind, driving her on steady through the nights and the days. Full sail! Nights and days. Nights when the foam of the wake will be flaming with fire, when the sky be blazing and winking with stars. Oh, or maybe the full of the moon. Then you see her driving through the grey night, her sails stretching aloft, all silver and white, not a sound on the deck. The lot of us dreaming dreams. Do you believe? Oh, there was no real ship at all, but that you was on a ghost ship, like the Flying Dutchman, and say, does be roaming the seas forevermore without touching a port. Oh, and there were days too. A warm sun on the clean decks, sun warming the blood of you, and wind over the mouths of shiny green ocean like strong drink to your lungs. Work! Aye, hard work! Oh, but who'd mind it at all? Sure, you worked under the sun and the sky, and 'twas work with skill and daring to it. And with the day done, in the dog watch, smoking me pipe at ease, and look at, we'll be raising the land maybe, and we see the mountains of South America with the fire red of the southern sun painting the white tops and the clouds floating by them. Oh. Yeah. What's the use of talking? Did the dead man's whisper. 'Twas them days men belonged to ships, not now. 'Twas them days a ship was part of the sea, and a man was a part of the ship, and the sea joined all together and made it one. Is it one with this you'd be, Yank? Black smoke when the funnel smudging the sea, smudging the decks, and the bloody engines pounding and throbbing and shaking. With the devil of the sight of the sun, or a breath of clean air. Choking our lungs with coal dust, breaking our backs and hearts in the hell of a stokehole. Feeding the bloody furnace. Feeding our lives along with the coal. I'm thinking, caged in by steel from the sight of the sky, like bloody apes in a zoo. Oh, devil mend you. Is it to belong to that you're wishing? Is it a flesh and blood wheel of the engines you'd be?
Sure thing, that's me. What about it?
My time is past due. Oh, and a great wave with sun in the heart of it may sweep me over. Sometime I'd be dreaming of the days that's gone.
Are you crazy, Mick? Take it easy. You're all right at that. You're bugs, that's all. None of you's a cuckoo. All that tripe you've been pulling, oh, that's all right. Only it's dead, get me? You don't belong no more, see? You don't got the stuff. You're too old. But oh, say, come up for air once in a while, can't you? Can't you see what's happened since you croaked? Say, sure, I mean it. Now what the hell? Say, let me talk. Hey. All heart, you guys. Say, listen to me for a minute. I gotta talk, see? Now I belong and he don't. He's dead. but I'm living. Listen to me. Sure, I'm part of the engines. Why the hell not? They move, don't they? They're speed, ain't they? They smash through, don't they? 25 knots an hour. Now that's going some. That's new stuff. That belongs. But him, he's too old. He gets dizzy. Say, listen. All that crazy tripe about nights and days, all that crazy tripe about stars and moons, all that crazy tripe about suns and winds, fresh air, and all the rest of it. That's all dope dream, huh? Hitting the pipe of the past, that's what he's doing. He's old and don't belong no more. But me, I'm young. I'm in a pink. I move with it. Get me it. Get me? I mean a thing that's got guts. All of this. It's in the plow. It plows right through all that tripe that he's been saying. It blows it up. It knocks it dead. It slams that off in the face of the earth. It, get me? The engines and the coal and the smoke and all the rest of it. Well, he can't breathe and swallow coal dust, but I can, see? That's fresh air for me. That's food for me. I'm new, get me? Hell in the stock hole? Sure. It takes a man to work in hell. Sure, that's my favorite climate. I eat it. I eat it up. I get fat on it. It makes me hot. It makes me hear it roar. It's me that makes it move. Sure, only for me, everything stops. It all goes dead. Get me? The noise and the smoke and the engines moving. All of that would stop. There ain't nothing no more. That's what I'm saying. Everything else that makes the world move, something makes it move. It can't move without something else, see? Then you get down to me. I'm at the bottom, get me? There ain't nothing further. I'm the end. I'm the start. I start something and the world moves. It. That's me. The new that's murdering the old. I'm the thing in the coal that makes it burn. I'm the steam and the oil for the engines. I'm the thing in the noise that makes you hear it. I'm smoking express trains and steamers and factory whistles. I'm the thing in the gold that makes it money. I'm what makes iron into steel. Steel! Now that stands for the whole thing. I am steel. 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 I'm the muscles in steel, the punch behind it.
As he says this, he pounds with his fist against the steel bunks. All the men roused to a pitch of frenzied self-glorification by his speech do likewise. There's a definite metallic roar through which Yang's voice can be heard bellowing,
Slaves, hell! We run the whole works. All the rich guys that think they're something, they ain't nothing. They don't belong. But us guys, we're in the move. We're at the bottom. The whole thing is us.
Paddy, from the start of Yang's speech, has been taking one gulp after another from his bottle, at first frightenedly, as if he were afraid to listen, then desperately, as if to drown his senses, but finally he has achieved complete indifferent, even amused drunkenness. Yank sees Paddy's lips moving.
Hey, you guys, take it easy. Wait a minute. The nutty harp is trying to say something.
Ho, ho, ho.
Hey,
ho,
look, who are you giving the bark?
I care for nobody, no, not I.
And nobody cares for me.
That's the stuff. Now you're getting wise to something. Care for nobody. That's the dope. The hell with them all. And nix on nobody else caring. I can care for myself. Get me?
8 bells sound, muffled, vibrating through the steel walls, as if some enormous brazen gong were embedded in the heart of the ship. All the men jump up mechanically, file through the door silently, close upon each other's heels in what is very like a prisoner's lockstep. Yank slaps Paddy on the back and says,
Our watch, old heart. Come on down in hell. Eat up the coal dust. Drink in the heat. It's it, see? Act like you like it. You better, or croak yourself.
To the devil with it! I'll not report this watch. Let them log me and be damned. I'm no slave the like of you. I will be sitting here at me ease, and drinking, and thinking, and dreaming dreams.
Thinking and dreaming, what'll that get you? What's thinking got to do with it? We move, don't we? Speed, ain't it? Fog, that's all you stand for. But we drive through that, don't we? We split that up and smash through 25 knots an hour. Ah, you make me sick. You don't belong.
Yank strides out the door, while Paddy hums to himself, blinking drowsily.
And nobody cares for me.
Curtain, end of scene 1. Scene 2, 2 days out in the Atlantic. A section of the promenade deck. Mildred Douglas and her aunts are discovered reclining in deck chairs. Mildred is a young woman, slender, delicate, with a pale, pretty face marred by a self-conscious expression of disdainful superiority. She looks fretful, nervous, and discontented, bored by her own anemia. Her aunt is pompous and proud. She is dressed pretentiously, as if afraid her face alone would never indicate her position in life. Mildred is dressed all in white. The impression to be conveyed by this scene is one of the beautiful, vivid life of the sea all about. Sunshine on the deck and a great flood, the fresh sea wind moving, blowing across it. In the midst of this, these two incongruous artificial figures, inert and disharmonious. The elder, like a gray lump of dough, touched up with rouge. The younger looking as if the vitality of her stock had been sapped before she was conceived, so that she is the expression not of its life energy, but merely of the artificialities that energy had won for itself in the spending.
How the black smoke swirls back against the sky. Is it not beautiful?
I dislike smoke of any kind.
My great-grandmother smoked a pipe. A clay pipe.
Vulgar.
She was too distant a relative to be vulgar. Time mellows pipes.
Did the sociology you took up at college teach you that? To play the ghoul on every possible occasion? Excavating old bones? Why not let your great-grandmother rest in her grave?
With her pipe beside her, puffing in paradise.
Yes, you are a natural-born ghoul. You're even getting to look like one, my dear.
I detest you, Aunt. Do you know what you remind me of? Of a cold pork pudding against a background of linoleum tablecloth in a kitchen of a... But the possibilities are wearisome.
Merci for your candor. But since I am and must be your chaperone, in appearance at least, let us patch up some sort of armed truce. For my part, you are quite free to indulge any pose of eccentricity that beguiles you, as long as you observe the amenities.
The inanities?
After exhausting the morbid thrills of social service work on New York's East Side. Oh, how they must have hated you, by the way. The poor that you made look so much poorer in their own eyes. You are now bent on making your slumming international. Well, I hope Whitechapel will provide the needed nerve tonic. Do not ask me to chaperone you there, however. I told your father I would not. I loathe deformity. We will hire an army of detectives and you may investigate everything they allow you to see.
Please do not mock at my attempts to discover how the other half lives. Give me credit for some sort of groping sincerity, and that at least. I would like to help them. I would like to be some use in this world. Is it my fault I don't know how? I would like to be sincere, to touch life somewhere. But I'm afraid I have neither the vitality nor integrity. All that was burnt out in our stock before I was born. Grandfather's blast furnaces, flaming to the sky, melting steel, making millions. Then father keeping those home fires burning, making more millions. And little me at the tail end of it all. I'm a waste product in the Bessemer process, like the millions. Or rather, I inherit the acquired trait of the byproduct, wealth. But none millions. Or none of the strength of the steel that made it. I'm sired by gold and damned by it, as they say at the racetrack. Damned in more ways than one.
You seem to be going in for sincerity today. Is it becoming to you, really? Except as an obvious pose. Don't be as artificial as you are, I advise. There's a sort of sincerity in that, you know? And after all, you must confess you liked that better.
Yes, I suppose I do. Pardon me for my outburst. When a leopard complains of its spots, it must sound rather grotesque. Purr, little leopard. Purr. Scratch, tear, kill. Gorge yourself and be happy. Only stay in the jungle where your spots are camouflage. In a cage, they make you conspicuous.
I don't know what you are talking about.
It would be rude to talk about anything to you. Let's just talk. Well, thank goodness. It's about time for them to come for me. That ought to give me a new thrill, Aunt.
You don't mean to say you're really going? The dirt! The heat must be frightful.
Grandfather started as a puddler. Well, I should have inherited an immunity to heat that would make a salamander shiver. It will be fun to put it to the test.
But you don't have the captain's or anyone or someone's permission to visit the stokehole.
I have it. Both his and the chief engineer's. Oh, they didn't want to at first, in spite of my social service credentials. They didn't seem a bit anxious that I should investigate how the other half lives and works on the ship. So I had to tell them that my father, the president of Nazareth Steel, chairman of the board of directors of this line, had told me it would be all right.
He didn't.
Oh, how naive age makes one. But I said he did, Aunt. I even said he had given me a letter to them, which I had lost. And they were afraid to take the chance that I might be lying. So, it's ho for Stokehole. The second engineer is to escort me. Oh, it's time. And here he comes, I think.
The second engineer enters. He is a husky, fine-looking man of 35 or so. He stops before the two and tips his cap, visibly embarrassed and ill at ease.
Miss Douglas?
Yes. Are we all ready to start?
In just a second, ma'am. I'm waiting for the fourth. He's coming along.
Oh, you don't care to shoulder this responsibility alone, is that it?
Well, two are better than one. Hot day we're having.
Is it?
A nice warm breeze, I think.
Feels cold to me.
But it's hot enough in the sun.
Not hot enough for me. I don't like nature. I was never athletic.
Well, you'll find it hot enough where you're going.
Do you mean hell?
No, I mean the stokehole.
Oh, my grandfather was a puddler. He played with boiling steel.
Oh, is that so? You'll excuse me, ma'am, but are you intending to wear that dress?
Well, why not?
You'll likely rub against oil and dirt. It can't be helped.
It doesn't matter. I have lots of white dresses.
Well, I have an old coat you might want to throw over it.
I have 50 dresses like this one. Well, I will throw this one into the sea when I come back. Well, that ought to wash it clean, don't you think?
But there's ladders to climb down, and that are none too clean in dark alleyways.
I will wear this very dress and none other.
No offense, ma'am. It's none of my business. I was only warning you.
Warning? Oh, that sounds thrilling.
But there's the fourth. He's waiting He's waiting for us, if you'll come.
Oh, go on, but I'll follow you. An oaf. But a handsome, virile oaf.
You poser!
Take care. He said there were dark alleyways.
Poser!
You are right. But with that, my millions were so anemically chaste.
Yes. For a fresh pose, I have no doubt you would drag the name of Douglas in the gutter.
From which it sprang.
Ugh.
Well, goodbye, Aunt. Well, don't pray too hard that I may fall into the fiery furnace.
Poser!
Old hag!
I said poser!
Curtain and the scene two. Scene three. The stokehole. In the rear, the dimly outlined bulks of the furnaces and boilers. High overhead, one hanging electric bulb sheds just enough light through the murky air laden with coal dust to pile up masses of shadows everywhere. A line of men, stripped to the waist, is before the furnace doors. They bend over, looking neither to right nor left, handling their shovels as if they were a part of their whole bodies with a strange, awkward, swinging rhythm. They use the shovels to throw open the furnace doors. Then, from these fiery round holes in the black, a flood of terrific light and heat pours full upon the men who are outlined in silhouette in the crouching, inhuman attitudes of chained gorillas. The men shuffle with the rhythmic motion. Swinging is on a pivot from the coal which lies in heaps on the floor behind to hurl it into the flaming mouths before them. There is a tumult of noise, the brazen clang of the furnace doors as they are flung open or slammed shut, the grating, teeth-gritting grind of steel against steel, of crunching coal. This clash stuns one's ears with its rending dissonance, but there is order in it, rhythm, a mechanical, regulated recurrence, a tempo, and rising above all, making the air hum with a quiver of liberated energy, the roar of the leaping flames in the furnaces, the monotonous, throbbing beat of the engines. As the curtain rises, the furnace doors are shut. The men are taking a breathing spell. One or two are arranging the coal behind them, pulling it into more accessible heaps. The others can be dimly made out leaning on their shovels in relaxed attitudes of exhaustion.
Yeah! Oh, but this devil's on watch never end. Me back is broke. I'm destroyed entirely.
Oh, you make me sick. Lay down and croak, why don't you? Always beefing. That's you. Say, this is a cinch. This was made for me. It's my meat. Get me?
A whistle is blown. A thin, shrill note from somewhere overhead in the darkness.
There's that damn engineer cracking the whip. He thinks we're loafing.
God stiffen him.
Come on, you guys. Get into it. She's getting hungry. Pile some grub in her. Throw it in her belly. Come on now, all of yous. Open her up.
At this last, all the men who have followed his movements of getting into position throw open their furnace doors with a deafening clang. The fiery light floods over their shoulders as they bend round for the coal. Rivulets of sooty sweat have traced maps on their backs. The enlarged muscles form bunches of high light and shadow.
1, 2, 3. That's the stuff. Let her have it. All together now. Sling it into her. Let her ride. Shoot that piece now. Call it turn on her. Drive it into her. Feel her move. Watch her smoke. Speed, that's her middle name. Give her coal, you guys. Coal, that's her booze. Drink it up, baby. Let's see you sprint. Dig in. Gain a lap. There she goes.
This last in the chanting formula of a gallery gods at the 6-day bike race. He slams his furnace door shut. The others do likewise with as much unison as their wearied bodies will permit. The effect is one of fiery eye after another being blotted out with a series of accompanying bangs.
Me back is broke. I bait out, bait.
There is a pause. Then the inexorable whistle sounds again from the dim regions above the electric light. There was a growl of cursing rage.
Take it easy there, you. Who you think's running this game, you or me? When I get ready, we move. Not before. When I get ready. Get me? That's the stuff.
Yank, tell him, Picoli.
Yank interfered.
Good boy, Yank. Give him hell.
Tell him he's a bloody swine.
Bloody slave driver.
He ain't got no nerve. He's yellow, get me? All them engineers is yellow. They got streaks a mile wide. Oh, to hell with him. Let's move, yous guys. We had a rest. Come on. She needs it. Give her some pep. It ain't for him and his whistle. They don't belong, but we belong, see? We gotta feed the baby. Come on.
He turns and flings his furnace door open. They all follow his lead. At this instant, the second engineer enters from the darkness on the left with Mildred. She starts, turns paler. Her pose is crumbling. She shivers with fright in spite of the blazing heat, but forces herself to leave the engineer and take a few steps nearer to the men. She comes right by close to Yank. All this happens quickly while the men have their backs turned.
Come on, yous guys!
He is turning to get coal when the whistle sounds again in a peremptory, irritating note. This drives Yank into a sudden fury. While the other men have turned full round and stopped dumbfounded by the spectacle of Mildred standing there in her white dress, Yank does not turn. Besides, his head is thrown back. He blinks upward through the murk, trying to find the owner of the whistle. He brandishes his shovel murderously over his head in one hand, pounding on his chest gorilla-like with the other.
Turn off that whistle! Come down out of there, you yellow brass button! Belfast bum, come on down, I'll knock your brains out! You lousy, stinking yellow mutt of a Catholic murdering bastard! Come on down, I'll murder you! Pulling that damn whistle on me, huh? I'll show you. I'll crash your skull. I'll drive your teeth down your throat. I'll slam your nose through your back, the back of your head. I'll cut your guts out for a nickel. You stinking lousy boob. You dirty, crummy, muck-eating son of a...
Suddenly he becomes conscious of all the other men staring at something directly behind his back. He rolls defensively with a snarling, murderous growl, crouching to spring, his lips drawn back over his teeth, his small eyes gleaming ferociously. He sees Mildred like a white apparition in the full light from the open furnace doors. He glares into her eyes, turned to stone. As for her, during this speech she has listened, paralyzed with horror, her whole personality crushed, beaten in, collapsed by the terrific impact of this unknown abysmal brutality, naked and shameless. As she looks at his gorilla face, as his eyes bore into her, she utters a low, choking cry and shrinks away from him, putting both hands up before her eyes to shut out the side of his face to protect her own. This startles Yank to a reaction. His mouth falls open, his eyes grow bewildered. Mildred is about to faint. She calls to the engineers who have her by the arm.
Take me away! Oh, the filthy beast!
The engineer appears and carries her into the darkness. The iron doors clang shut. Rage and bewildered fury rush back on Yank. He feels himself insulted in some unknown fashion in the very heart of his pride. He roars,
God damn you!
And hurls a shovel after them at the door, which has just closed. It hits the steel bulkhead with a clang and falls clattering on the steel floor. From overhead, the whistle sounds again in a long, angry, insistent command. Curtain into scene 3. Scene 4. The fireman's forecastle. Yank's watch has just come off duty and had dinner. Their faces and bodies shine from a soap and water scrubbing, but around their eyes, where a hasty dousing does not touch, the coal dust sticks like black makeup, giving them a queer, sinister expression. Yank has not washed either face or body. He stands out in contrast to them, a blackened, brooding figure. He is seated forward on a bench in the exact attitude of Rodin's The Thinker. The others, most of them smoking pipes, are staring at Yank half apprehensively, as if fearing an outburst, half amusedly, as if they saw a joke somewhere that tickled them.
He ain't ate nothing.
By golly, a fella got get grub in him. Divil a lie. Yank feet of the fire, no feet of the face.
He ain't even washed himself.
He's forgot.
Yank, you forgot to wash?
Forgot nothing. The hell with washing.
It'll stick to you.
It will get under your skin.
Give you the bleeding itch, that's what.
Make spots on you like a leopard.
Like a piebald nigger, you mean?
Better wash up, Yank.
You sleep better.
Wash up, Yank.
Wash up, wash up, wash up.
Say, you guys, leave me alone. Can't you see I'm trying to think?
Think?
Yes, think. Think, that's what I said. What about it?
They are silent, puzzled by his sudden resentment of what used to be one of his jokes. Yank sits down again in the same attitude of the thinker.
Leave him alone.
He's got a grouch on.
Why wouldn't he?
Sure. I know what's the matter. It's easy to see. He's fallen in love, I'm telling you.
Love, hell. Hate, that's what. I've fallen in hate, get me?
Oh, 'twould take a wise man to tell one from the other. But I'm telling you, it's love that's in it. Sure, what else but love for us poor beasts on the stokehole would be bringing a fine lady dressed like a white queen down a mile of ladders and steps to having to be looking at us.
Insulting us, the bloody cow, and them bloody engineers. What right has they got to be exhibiting us as if we was bleeding monkeys in a menagerie? Do we sign for insults to our dignity as honest workers? Is that in the ship's articles? You can bloody well bet it ain't. But I knows why they done it. I asked a deck steward who she was, and he told me. Her old man's a bleeding millionaire, a bloody capitalist. He's got enough bloody gold to sink this bleeding ship. He makes off the bloody steel in the world. He owns this bloody boat. And you and me, comrades, we're his slaves. And the skipper and mates and engineers, they're his slaves. And she's his bloody daughter. And we're all her slaves too. And she gives her orders as how she wants to see the bloody animals below decks, and down they takes her.
Hey, wait a minute. Is all that the straight goods?
Straight as string. The bleeding stewardess waits on him. He told me about her. And what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, I asked her? Have we got to swallow her insults like dogs? It ain't in the ship's articles. I tell you, we got a case. We can go to law.
Oh, hell, law.
Law? As voters and citizens, we can force the bloody governments.
Oh, hell, governments.
We're free and equal in the sight of God.
Oh, hell, God. Join the Salvation Army.
Sit down. Shut up. And there she was, standing behind us. And the second pointing at us like a man you'd hear in a circus would be saying, in this cage is a queer kind of baboon that ever you find in darkest Africa. We roast them in their own sweat. And be damned if you won't hear some of them saying that they like it. And there was Yank, roaring curses and turning around with his shovel to brain her. She looked at him. And him at her.
She was all white. Thought she was a ghost, sure.
It was love at first sight. Devil a doubt of it. If you'd seen the endearing look on her pale mug when she shriveled away with her hands over her eyes to shut out the sight of him. Sure, 'twas as if she'd seen a great hairy ape escape from the zoo. And the loving way Yank heaved his shovel at her skull at her. Only she was out the door. 'Twas touching.
There was a roar of laughter at Patty's speech.
'Twas touching, I'm telling you. It put the touch of home, sweet home, in the stove.
Choke that off, see?
And her grabbing at the second arms for protection. Kiss me, engineer, dear, for it's dark down here, and my old man's in Wall Street making money. Tuck me tight, darling, for I'm afeard in the dark, and me mother's on deck making eyes at the skipper.
Say, what are you trying to do? Kid me, huh, you old heart?
Devil a bit! Ain't I wishing myself you brained her?
I'll brain her. I'll brain her yet. Wait and see. Say, is that what she called me? A hairy ape?
She looked it at you. She didn't say the word itself.
Hairy ape, huh? Sure. That's the way she looked at me, all right. Hairy ape, that's me, huh? You skinny tart! You white-faced bum, ya? I'll show you who's an ape. Say, you guys. I was bawling him out for pulling a whistle on us. You heard me. And then I seen you was looking at something and I thought he'd sneak down to come up and back of me and I hopped around and knocked him dead with a shovel and there she was with the light on her. Christ, you could have pushed me over with a finger. I was scared, get me? Sure, I thought she was a ghost, see. She was all in white like they wrap around stiffs. You seen her, can you blame me? She didn't belong, that's what. And then I come to and seen it was a real skirt and seen the way she was looking at me. Like Patty said. Christ, I was sore, get me? I don't stand for that stuff from nobody. And I flung the shovel and she beat it. Oh, I wish it had banged her. I wish it had knocked her block off.
And be hanged for murder, electrocuted. She ain't bleeding well worth it.
Well, I don't give a damn what. I'd be square with her, wouldn't I? Think I wanted her put something over on me? Think I'm gonna let her get away with that stuff? Well, you don't know me. No one ain't never put nothing over on me and got away with it. See, not that kind of stuff. No guy and no skirt neither. I'll fix her. Well, maybe she'll come down again.
Ah, no chance, Yank. You scared her out of a year's growth.
I scared her? Why the hell should I scare her? Who the hell is she? Ain't she the same as me? Hairy ape, huh? Well, I'll show her I'm better than her. If she only knew it, I belong and she don't see. I move and she's dead. 25 knots an hour, that's me. That carries her, but I make that. She's only baggage. Sure. But Christ, she was funny looking. Did you pipe her hands? All white and skinny, you could see the bones through them. And her mush. That was dead white too, and her eyes like they seen a ghost. Me, that was. Sure. Hairy ape. Ghost, huh? Look at that arm. I could have took her with that, with just my little finger, he'd have broke her in two. Well, say, who is that skirt, huh? Who is she? What's she come from? Who made her? Who give her the nerve to look at me like that? This thing's got my goat, right? Well, I don't get her. She's new to me. What does a skirt like her mean, huh? She don't belong, get me? I can't see her. But one thing I'm wise to, all right? All right, you can bet your shirts I'll get even with her. I'll show her if she thinks she grinds an organ and I'm on a string, huh? Well, I'll fix her. Let her come down again. I'll fling her in a furnace. She'll move then. She won't shiver at nothing then. Speed, that'll be her. She'll belong then.
She'll never come. She's had her belly full, I'm telling you. She'll be in bed now, I'm thinking, with 10 doctors and nurses feeding her salts. They clean out the...
You think I made her sick, huh? Do ya? Just looking at me, huh? Hairy ape, huh? Well, I'll fix her. I'll tell her where to get off. She'll get down on her knees and take it back, or I'll bust the face off of her. I'll find you. I'm coming, do you hear? I'll fix you. God damn you.
Stop him! He'll get shot!
He'll murder her.
Trip him up.
Hold him.
He's gone crazy.
God, he's strong.
Hold him down.
Look out for a kick! Pin his arms!
They have all piled on him, and after a fierce struggle, by sheer weight of numbers, have borne him to the floor just inside the door.
Keep him down till he's cooled off. You're our Yank. You're a great fool. Is it paying attention at all you are to the leg of that skinny sowl without one drop of rare blood in her?
She done me dirt! She done me dirt, didn't she? I'll get square with her. I'll get her some way. Get off of me, you guys. Let me up. I'll show her who's an ape.
Curtain end of scene 4. Short break, and we will be back for the second part of the Does anybody have any comments or questions while we're having a break? Anything at all?
Quick question.
Yes.
Did he write the play because he did not understand his place in society?
Oh boy, that's a question I can't answer.
Well, then what? No. I'll just find another place.
No, as I said, he wrote this play as in his past plays, the one acts that you've all seen prior to this, there was a sense of gritty realism. Like the characters were actual individuals. In this play particularly, Yank acts more as a symbol for the common man and his struggle to find his place in a society that is, unfeeling, uncaring, and brutal. And that brutality, is emphasized by the fact of all of these individuals in the stokehold. And the real tragedy of this play is that Yank desperately wants to evolve into something higher in civilization and leave the Stokers behind. And one of the ways to do that is through the love of another person, but the woman who comes to see him is petrified of him and sees him as a hairy ape. So he's the second half of the evening is about Yank's journey out of the Stokehole and into society and what happens with him there. Doesn't end happily, but yes.
How was this received on Broadway?
It was a hit, a big hit. It premiered on March 9th in 1922 at the Provincetown Playhouse on McDougal Street, and got rave reviews from everybody from the New York Times to Alexander Wolcott from the New Yorker, and on the basis of that it transferred to Broadway and the Plymouth Theater, I believe, and it was a great hit there too. It was excellently received by all the critics.
Wow. Was it produced in Provincetown ever?
Other than the Tennessee Williams Festival this past
but
summer?
not the old
No,
it never
wasn't.
was.
No, it might have been produced maybe at one of the other theaters like the Barnstormers or the Wharf Theater in the West End.
West End, that's what I was thinking. I think
maybe
it might
the
have been
Barnstormers.
there.
And I'm sure it was done at the Provincetown Playhouse, Catherine Huntington's
Yes.
Playhouse on the Wharf,
That's
because
the one.
she was always very interested in doing O'Neill's work. Like us celebrating the centenary, she did every 10 years a anniversary of O'Neill as well. So I'm sure that she did do it. The Wooster Group, Where Is You? In New York did it in
tell them about that?
No, you were actually telling me about it, but I.
Okay, the Worcester Group is this off-Broadway group.
Oh, tell them about the Worcester Group, yeah.
The Worcester Group. And Willem Dafoe, do you know Willem Dafoe? Sure. He's one of he played the Harry Ape. It was a very experimental production. It was done at the time when Times Square was really falling through the cracks, and they did it at the old Selwyn Theater on 42nd Street that was really on its last legs and was closed to the public, but they wanted this natural surrounding of decay and seediness, and then they went and did something that I don't understand at all. The woman who was playing the young woman, she came out in white, in blackface.
Oh, she was, it wasn't really cross-cast, it was blackface?
She came out in blackface, and I'm thinking, what is going on?
Soot, must have been soot.
Soot, maybe.
From the so-called.
You know. And, yeah, that was very bizarre. And they also did it with electronic music, I believe. It was kind of, and this past summer at the Tennessee Williams Festival, they were juxtaposing O'Neill and Williams, and the Rogopo group from Philadelphia did it out on the wharf, and Tom will tell us more about it. Go ahead, Tom, because you really liked it.
I did like it. It was it followed you could understand it quite very well. It had an intensity to it, like it was intended. There was more. I said interpretation, but they took there was more movement, and I felt it was almost more. It was like a choreographed piece they were putting on. It was simple and yet inventive. The moment when they all walked in to clean off, with the water suddenly coming down to the middle of the stage as they were all cleaning off for their clean moment in Act 3.
Right.
It was interesting. It was stark and simple, and I thought it was. I enjoyed it.
There was a lot of concentration on physicality and movement and dance even. And Bill, you have an opposing, you saw it too. What did you think about it?
Well, I don't want to be negative because I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I just felt it didn't get to the heart and soul of the Harry Ape. I was too involved watching all the dancing and movement and all the outward things, and I didn't get the meat and potatoes of the story. But the leading man was
who played?
He was a marvelous actor.
You don't have a great Yank. I mean,
yeah, his acting was a real tribute because he was an absolutely gorgeous guy. I mean, he didn't look at all like you would expect, this tough guy in the Stockholm would look like. And at first I thought, oh my gosh! But after like a minute, he was such a wonderful actor that he drew you right into feeling who he really was. So that really carried the show for me. I thought that was great.
Right. Christopher Isherwood, Charles Isherwood, the cranky critic from the New York Times, actually came up to review the Tennessee Williams Festival, and he liked that play.
He did?
Yes, he
did. But he didn't write about it.
Yes, he did.
A little. Not like he wrote about...
Well, he liked best of all small craft warnings.
I wonder why.
Who was in that? Yeah, he did like that. He was really enamored of the lead. He said about the lead, in parentheses, Hollywood calling.
Yeah.
So anyways, but like I said, this is a hard play to do because of the symbolism in it and the non-realism. There's a lot of gritty realism, but because of the idea of Yank being kind of like an everyman, but a nowhere man at the same time, there's a real tendency to really interpret it maybe way out there too much. And so we decided, or I should say I decided, I just wanted you to listen to the language, the words. Mm-hmm. And the words are incredible. Yeah. And we've got great actors here, and so we're gonna come back in 5 minutes. Does that help at all? But can't you see how this is such a great...
Relevant?
Oh, you think?
You think? Yeah.
I'm thinking this.
That's all I can think about.
Yeah.
This is this
week.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Who else said that? Someone else said that to me as well. Are we evolving? Are we devolving?
Are we continuing?
Or are we continuing? So, the Harry Ape.
Scene 5. The scene is 3 weeks later, a corner of 5th Avenue in the 50s on a fine Sunday morning. A general atmosphere of clean, well-tidied, wide street, a flood of mellow, tempered sunshine, gentle, genteel breezes. In the rear, the show windows of 2 shops, a jewelry establishment on the corner, a furrier's next to it. Here the adornments of extreme wealth are tantalizingly displayed. The jeweler's window is gaudy with glittering diamonds, emeralds, rubies, pearls, etc., fashioned in ornate tiaras, crowns, necklaces, collars, etc. From each piece hangs an enormous tag from which a $ and numerals and intermittent electric lights wink out the incredible prices. The same in the furriers. Rich furs of all varieties hang there, bathed in a downpour of artificial light. The general effect is of a background of magnificence, cheapened and made grotesque by commercialism. A background in tawdry disharmony with the clear light and sunshine on the street itself. Up the side street, Yank and Long come swaggering. Long is dressed in shore clothes, wearing a black Windsor tie, cloth cap. Yank is in dirty dungarees and a hat, a black peak is cocked defiantly on the side of his head. He has not shaved for days, and around his fierce, resentful eyes, as around those of Long to a lesser degree, the black smudge of coal dust still sticks like makeup. They hesitate to stand together at the corner, swaggering, looking about them with a forced, defiant contempt.
Well, here we are, 5th Avenue. This is their bleeding private lane, as you might say. We're trespassers here. Proletarians, keep off the grass.
I don't see no grass, you fool. Clean, ain't it? You could eat an egg off in it. The white wig's got some jobs sweeping this up. Where's all the white collar stiffs you said was here? And the skirts? Her kind?
In church, blast 'em. Asking Jesus to give them more money.
Church, huh? Well, I used to go to church once. Sure, when I was a kid. Me old man and woman, they made me. They never went themselves, though. Always got too big a head on Sunday morning, that was them. They was scrappers for fare, both of them. On Saturday nights, they'd both get a skinful, and they'd put up a bout that ought to be staged at the garden. And when they got through, there wasn't a chair or a table with a leg under it, or else they'd both jump on me for something. Well, that was where I learned to take punishment. I'm a chip off in the old block, get me?
Did your old man follow the sea?
Nah, worked along shore. I runned away when me old lady croaked with the tremens. I helped a truckin' and in the market. Then I shipped into Stockholm. Sure, that belongs. The rest was nothing. I ain't never seen this before, this Brooklyn waterfront. That was where I was dragged up. Huh. This ain't so bad at that, huh?
Not bad. Well, we pays for it with our bloody sweat, if you wants to know.
Oh, hell. I don't see no one, see? Like her. All this gives me a pain. It don't belong. Say, ain't there a back room around this dump? Let's go shoot a ball. All this is too clean and quiet and dolled up. Get me? It gives me a pain.
Wait and you'll bloody see. You'll bloody well see.
I don't wait for no one. I keep on moving. Say, why you drag me up here for anyway? You trying to kid me, you simp? Yep.
You wants to get back at her, don't you? That's what you've been saying every bloomin' hour since she insulted you.
Oh, sure thing I do. Didn't I try to get even with her in Southampton? Didn't I sneak on the dock and wait for her by the gangplank? I was gonna spit in her pale mug, see? Sure, right in her pop eyes. That would have made me even, see, but no chance. There was a whole army of plainclothes bulls around. They spotted me and give me the bum's rush. I never seen her. But I'll get square with her, you watch. The lousy tart, she thinks she can get away with murder, but not with me. I'll fix her. I'll think of a way.
Ain't that why I brought you up here, to show you? Now, you've been looking at this here whole affair wrong. You've been acting and talking as if it was all a bleeding personal matter between you and that bloody cow. I want to convince you she's only a representative of her class. I want to awaken your bloody class consciousness. Then you'll see it's her class you've got to fight, not her alone. There's an old mob of them like her, God blind them.
Well, the more the merrier when I get started. Bring on a gang.
You'll see him in half a mo when that church lets out.
He turns and sees the window display in the two stores for the first time.
Blimey. Look at that, will you?
They both stand looking in the jeweler's. Long flies into a fury.
Just look at this here bloomin' mess. Just look at it. Look at the bleeding prices on 'em. More than our old bloody Stokoe makes in 10 voyages sweating in hell. And they, her and her bloody class, buys 'em for toys to dangle on 'em. One of these here would buy scoff for a starving family for a year.
Oh, cut with the sob stuff. To hell with starving families. You'll be passing the hat to me next. Say them things is pretty, huh? Bet they'd hock a piece of change all right. Ah, but hell, what good are they? Let them have them. They don't belong no more than she does. All that don't count. Get me?
Long has moved to the farrier's indignantly.
And I suppose this here don't count neither. Skins of poor, harmless animals slaughtered so as her and hers can keep their bleeding noses warm.
Yank has been staring at something inside with queer excitement.
Oh, take a slant at that. Give it a once-over monkey fur. $2,000. Is that the straight goods? Monkey fur? What the hell?
It's straight enough. They wouldn't bloody well pay that for a hairy ape skin. No, nor for the old living ape as well, with all his head and body and soul thrown in.
Oh, throwing it in my face. Christ, I'll fix her.
Church is out. Yeah, they clung the bleeding swine. Easy goes, comrade. Keep your bloomin' temper. Remember, force defeats itself. It ain't our weapon. We must impress our demands through peaceful means. The votes of the on-marching proletarians of the bloody world.
Oh, votes, hell. Votes is a joke, see? Votes for women. Let them do it.
Calm now. Treat them with the proper contempt. Observe the bleeding parasites, but hold your oars.
Get away from me, you yellow. That's what? Force. That's me. A punch. That's me every time, see?
The crowd from church enters, sauntering slowly and effectively, their heads held stiffly up, looking to neither the right nor left, talking in toneless, simpering voices. The woman is calcimined, dyed, overdressed to the nth degree. The two men have high hats, spats, canes, etc. A profession of gaudy marionettes, yet with something of the relentless horror of Frankenstein in their detached, mechanical unawareness.
Oh, dear Dr. Carlos, he's so sincere.
Oh, what was the sermon? I dozed off.
It's about the radicals, dear, and the false doctrines that are being preached.
We must organize 100% American bazaar. Yes, we really
And
must.
let everyone contribute 1/100% of their income tax.
No, the original idea.
We can devote the proceeds to rehabilitating the veil of the temple.
But that has been done so many times.
Yank glares from one to the other with a consultant snort of scorn.
Huh?
They make wide detours to avoid the spot where Yank stands in the middle of the sidewalk.
Keep your bloomin' mouth shut, I tells ya.
Go on, tell it to Sweeney. Say, who do you think you're bothering? You think you own the earth?
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, come away. This wasn't what I meant. You'll have the bloody coppers down on us.
Oh, go on.
I'll pop off then. This ain't what I meant. And whatever happens, you can't blame me.
What the hell with yous?
He approaches the lady with a vicious grin and a smirking wink.
Hey, kiddo. How's every little thing? Got anything on for tonight? I know an old boiler down to the docks we could crawl into. Holy smokes! What a mug. Go hide yourself before the horses shy at you. Gee, pipe to Heine on that one. Say, you look like you got a stern of a ferry boat. Paint and powder, all dolled up to kill. You look like stiffs laid out to the boneyard. Oh, go on, a lot of yous. You give me the eye ache. You don't belong, get me? Look at me. Why don't you stare? I belong, that's me.
He points to a skyscraper across the street, which is in the process of construction.
See that building going up there? See the steel work? Steel, that's me. You guys live on it and think you're something, but I'm in it, see? I'm hoisting the engine that makes it go up. I'm in it. I'm inside in the bottom of it. Sure, I'm steel and steam and smoke and the rest of it. It moves. Speed, 25 stories up, and me at the top and bottom, moving. You simps don't move. You're only dolls. I winds up to see. You're only dolls I winds up to see spin your garbage. Get me? The leavings, the ashes we dump over the sides. Now what you gotta say?
They seem neither to see nor hear him.
Bums! Tots! Pigs! Bitches! Get off the earth. Go on, you bum. Look where you're going. Why can't you get out of here? Hey, we'll fight, why don't you? Put up your mitts. Don't be a dog fight or I'll knock you dead.
Beg your pardon. Yes, I beg your pardon.
Then there is a cry from the woman, and they all scurry to the farrier's window.
Monkey fur!
I see you. I see you all in white. I see you white-faced tart. Hairy ape, huh? I ain't hairy ape. I'll hairy ape you.
He bends down and grips at the street curbing as if to pluck it out and hurl it. Foiled in this, snarling with passion, he leaps to the lamppost on the corner and tries to pull it up for a club. Just at that moment, a bus is heard rumbling up. A high-hatted, spatted gentleman runs out from the side street. He calls out plaintively,
Bus! Bus! Stop there!
And he runs full tilt into the bending, straining Yank, who is bowled off his balance.
At last, a bus, huh? Well, I'll bust you.
He lets drive a terrific swing, his fist landing full in the fat gentleman's face, but the gentleman stands unmoved as if nothing had happened.
I beg your pardon. You have made me lose my bus. Officer! Officer!
Many police whistles shrill out on the instant, and a whole platoon of policemen rush in on Yank from all sides. He tries to fight, but is clubbed to the pavement and fallen upon. The crowd at this window have not moved nor noticed the disturbance. The clanging gong of the patrol wagon approaches with a clamoring din. Curtain, end of scene. And if I may just interject something here, who was the one who was talking about the election when we were talking about it? Now, one of the directions that I gave my actors for this scene was, you know, when you're looking in the windows, think of Provincetown, you know. Harry 8, scene 6. The scene is night of the following day. A row of cells in the prison on Blackwell's Island in the East River. They do not stop, but the cells do not stop, but disappear in the dark background as if they ran on numberless into infinity. Yank can be seen within, crouched on the edge of his cot, in the attitude of Rodin's The Thinker. His face is spotted with black and blue bruises. A blood-stained bandage is wrapped around his head. Yank suddenly starts as if awakening from a dream, reaches out and shakes the bars.
Steel. This is the zoo, huh?
A burst of hard barking laughter comes from the unseen occupants of the silence. Runs back down the pier and abruptly ceases.
The zoo, that's the new name. For this group, a damn good name.
Steer, you said a mouthful. This is the old iron house.
Who is that boob talking?
He's the bloke they brung in out of his head.
The bulls had beat him up fierce.
I must have been dreaming. I thought I was in a cage at the zoo, but the apes don't talk, do they?
You're in a cage, all right.
A coop! A sty!
A kennel.
Hey, guy. No, never mind.
Yes, tell us your sad story. What's your game? What's your game?
Yeah, what they jug you for? I was a fireman, stoking on the liners. Well, I'm a hairy ape, get me? And I'll bust you all in the jaw if you don't lay off kidding me.
You're a hard-boiled duck, ain't you? When you spit, it bounces.
Oh, can't it? He's a regular guy, ain't you?
What did he say he was, an ape? Sure thing. Ain't that what yous all are? Apes?
I'll show you
who's an ape, you bum.
Nix. Kill the noise. Piano. You'll have to guard down on us.
A guard? You mean a keeper, don't you?
I don't pay no attention to him. He's off his nuts from the beating up they got. Say, guy, we're waiting to hear what they land you in for, or ain't you telling?
Sure, I'll tell you, sure. Why the hell not? Only you won't get me. Nobody gets me but me, see? I started to tell the judge, and all he says was, 30 days to think it over. Think it over, Christ! That's all I've been doing for weeks. Well, I was trying to get even with somebody, see? Somebody had done me dirt.
The old stuff, I bet. Your Goyle, huh?
Gave you the double cross.
That's them every time.
Did you beat up the other guy?
Ah, y'all wrong. Sure, there was a skirt in it, but not what yous mean. Not that old trite. This is a new kind of skirt. She was dolled up all in white. In a stokehole. Well, I thought she was a ghost, sure.
He's still nutty.
Let him rave. It's fun listening.
Well, her hands, they were skinny and white, like they wasn't real, but painted on or something. There was 1,000,000 miles from her to me, 25 knots an hour. She was like some dead thing the cat brung in. Sure, that's what. Well, she didn't belong. She belonged in the window at a toy store or on top of a garbage can. See, sure. But would you believe it? She had the nerve to do me dirt. She lamped me like she was seeing some broke loose from a menagerie. Christ, you ought to seen her eyes.
He rattles the bars of his cell furiously.
But I'll get back at her yet. You watch. If I can't find her, I'll take it out on the gang she runs with. I'm wise to where they hangs out now. I'll show her who belongs. I'll show her who's in the move and who ain't. You watch my smoke.
That's the talking. Take her for all she's got. What's this dame anyway? Who was she, eh?
I don't know. First cabin stiff, her old man's a millionaire, they says, name of Douglas.
Douglas? Oh, that's the president of the Steel Trust, I bet. Sure, I seen his mug in the papers. He's filthy with dough.
Hey fella, take a tip from me. If you want to get back at the dame, you better join the Wobblies. You'll get some action then.
Wobblies? What the hell is that?
Ain't you ever heard of the IWW?
No, what is it?
It's a gang of blokes, a tough gang. I've been reading about them today in the paper. The guy gave me the Sunday Times. There's a long spiel about them. It's from a speech made in the Senate by a guy named Senator Queen. Wait till I see if I got light enough and I'll read it to you. Listen. There is a menace existing in this country today which threatens the vitals of our fair republic. As foul a menace against the very lifeblood of the American eagle as was the foul conspiracy of Catiline against the eagles of ancient Rome.
Oh, hell, tell him to salt the tail of that eagle.
I refer to that devil's brew of rascals, jailbirds, murderers, and cutthroats who libel all honest working men by calling themselves the industrial workers of the world. But in the light of their nefarious plots, I call them the industrious wreckers of the world.
Wreckers? Well, that's a right dope. That belongs me for them.
Shh! This fiendish organization is a foul ulcer on the fair body of our democracy.
Democracy? Hell! Giving the boy fellas the raspberry.
Like Cato, I say to the Senate, the IWW must be destroyed, for they represent an ever-present dagger pointed at the heart of our greatest nation the world has ever known. where all men are born free and equal, with equal opportunities to all, where the founding fathers have guaranteed to each one happiness, where truth, honor, liberty, justice, and the brotherhood of man are a religion absorbed with one's mother's milk, taught at our father's knee, sealed, signed, and stamped upon in the glorious Constitution of these United States.
Hooray for the 4th of July!
Lend my hand.
Justice!
Honor.
Opportunity! Brotherhood!
Ah, hell! Given that Miss Queen Senator, give Guy that bars all together now. 1, 2, 3.
A guard says from the distance, "Quiet there, you, sir, I'll get the hose."
I'd like to catch that senator guy alone for a second. I'd learn him some truth.
Shh! Here's where he gets down to cases with the Wobblies. They plot with fire in one hand and dynamite in the other. They stop not before murder to gain their ends, nor at the outraging of defenseless womanhood. They would tear down society, put the lowest scum in the seats of the mighty, turn the Almighty God's revealed plan for the world topsy-turvy, and make of our sweet and lovely civilization a shambles, a desolation where man, God's masterpiece, would soon degenerate back to the ape.
Hey, you guy, there's your ape stuff again.
I got him. So they blow things up, do they? They turn things round, do they? Hey, lend me that paper, will you?
Yeah, sure, give it to him. Only keep it to yourself, see? We don't want to listen to more of that slop.
Here you are. Hide it under your mattress.
Thanks. I can't read much, but I can manage.
He sits, the paper in the hand at his side, in the attitude again of Rodin's the thinker. A pause. Several snores from down the corridor. Suddenly Yank jumps to his feet.
Sure, her old man, president of the Steel Trust, makes half the steel in the world. Steel, where I thought I belonged. Driving through, moving in that to make her and cage me and in for her to spit on? Christ.
He shakes the bar of his cell door until the whole tier trembles. Irritated, protesting exclamation from those awakened trying to get
He made this steel, this cage. It don't belong. That's what cages, cells, locks, bolts, bars. That's what it means. Holding me down with him at the top. But I'll drive through. Fire, that melts it. I'll be fire. Under the heap. Fire that never goes out. Hot as hell. Breaking out in the night.
While he has been saying this last, he has shaken his cell door to a clanging accompaniment. As he comes to the breaking out part of his speech, he seizes one bar with both hands and putting his 2 feet up against the others so that his position is parallel to the floor, like a monkey's. He gives a great wrench backwards. The bar bends like a licorice stick under his tremendous strength. Just at this moment, the prison guard rushes in, dragging a hose behind him. "How long you spunks to wake me up? Hello, it's you, huh? Got the DTs, huh? Well, cure 'em. I'll drown your snakes for you. Hell, look at that bar bended. Only a bug is strong enough for that."
Or a hairy ape, you big yellow bum. Look out, here I come.
Turn the hose on Ben, full pressure, and call the others. And a straight jacket. Curtain, end of scene. The hairy ape, scene 7. The scene, nearly a month later. An IWW local near the waterfront, showing the interior of a front room on the ground floor and the street outside. Moonlight on the narrow street, buildings massed in black shadow. The interior of the room, which is general assembly room, office, and reading room, resembles some dingy settlement boys' club. The whole is decidedly cheap, banal, commonplace, and unmysterious as a room could well be. The secretary is perched on the stool making entries in a large ledger. An eye shade casts her face into shadows. 8 or 10 men, longshoremen, ironworkers, and the like are grouped around the table. 2 are playing checkers, 1 is writing a letter. Most of them are smoking pipes, A big signboard is on the wall at the rear, says, Industrial Workers of the World, Local Number 57. Yank comes down the street outside. He moves cautiously, mysteriously. He comes to a point opposite the door, tiptoes softly up to it, listens, is impressed by the silence within, knocks carefully as if he were guessing at the password to some secret rite. He listens, no answer. He knocks again a bit louder. Still no answer. He knocks impatiently, much louder. The secretary turns around.
What the devil is that? Someone knocking? Come in, why don't you?
Hello?
Hello!
Hello!
Hey, hello!
Well, I thought I bumped into the wrong dump.
Maybe you have. You a member?
No, not yet. That's what I come for. To join.
That's easy. What's your job, longshore?
No, fireman, stoker the lines.
Well, welcome to our city. Glad to know you people are waking up at last. We haven't got many members in your line.
No, they're all dead to the world.
Well, you can help to wake them up. What's your name? I'll make out your card.
Name? Let me think.
Sure. Don't you know your name?
Well, sure. It's just been yanked for so long. Bob. That's it. Bob Smith.
Okay, Robert Smith.
She fills out the rest of the card.
Here you are. Cost you $50.
Is that all? 4 bits? That's easy.
He gives the secretary the money.
Thanks. Well, make yourself at home. No introductions needed. There's literature on the table. Take some of those pamphlets with you to distribute aboard ship. They may bring results. Sow the seed. Only go about it right. Don't get caught and fired. We got plenty out of work. What we need is men who can hold their jobs and work for us at the same time.
Sure.
What did you knock for? Think we had a coon in uniform to open doors?
Well, no, I thought it was locked and that you'd want to give me the once over through a peephole or something, see if I was all right.
Think we were running a crap game? The door is never locked. What put that in your nut?
Well, this burger's full of bulls, ain't it?
What have the cops got to do with it?
Oh.
We're breaking no laws?
Sure, you wouldn't for worlds. Sure, I'm wise to that.
You seem to be wise to a lot of stuff.
That's right, see?
He's made resentful by the looks from the men.
Oh, can it? You needn't put me through the third degree. Can't you see I belong? Sure, I'm regular. I'll stick, get me? I'll shoot the works for yous. That's why I wanted to join in.
That's the right spirit. Only, are you sure you understand what you've joined? It's all plain and above board. Still, some guys get a wrong slant on us. What's your notion of the purpose of the IWW?
I know all about it.
Well, give us some of your valuable information.
I know enough not to speak out of my turn. Say, I'm regular. I'm wise to the game. I know you gotta watch your step with a stranger. For all yous know, I could be a plainclothes dick or something. That's what you're thinking, isn't it, huh? Oh, forget it. I belong, see? Ask any guy down at the docks if I don't.
Who said you didn't?
Well, after I'm initiated, I'll show you.
Initiated? There's no initiation.
Well, ain't there no password, no grip or nothing?
What do you think this is? The Elks? The Black Hand?
Oh, the Elks, hell, the Black Hand. There are a lot of yellow backstabbing guineas. Nah, this is a man's gang, ain't it?
You said it. That's why we stand on our own 2 feet in the open. We got no secrets.
You mean you say you always run wide open? Like this?
Exactly.
Oh, and you sure got your nerve witches.
Tess, what was it you mean you want to join us? Come on with it straight.
You call me? Well, I got nerve too. Here's my hand. You want to blow things up, don't you? Well, that's me. I belong.
Oh, you mean change the unequal conditions of society by legitimate direct action? Or with dynamite?
Dynamite! Blowing off of the earth, steel, all the cages, all the factories, steamers, buildings, jails, the steel trust and all that makes it go.
So, that's your idea, eh? And did you have any special job in that line you wanted to propose to us?
Sure. I'll come out with it. I'll show yous I'm one of the gang. There's that millionaire guy, Douglas.
President of the Steel Trust, you mean? Do you want to assassinate
Oh,
him?
no, that don't get you nothing. I mean, blow up the factory, the works where he makes the steel. That's what I'm after. They'll blow up the steel, knock all the steel in the world up to the moon. That'll fix things. Huh. I'll do it by my lonesome. I'll show you. Tell me where the works is, how to get there, all the dope. Give me the stuff, the old butter, and watch me do the rest. Watch the smoke and see it move. I don't give a damn if they have me. As long as it's done, I'll serve life for it. I'll give him a laugh. And then I'll write her a letter and tell her the hairy ape done it. That'll square things.
Oh, very interesting.
The secretary gives a signal. The men, huskies all, throw themselves on Yankin before he knows that they have his legs and arms pinioned, but he is too flabbergasted to make a struggle anyway. They feel him over for weapons.
No gat, no knife. Shall we give him what's what and put the boots to him?
No! He isn't worth the trouble we'd get into. He's too stupid. My God, this is the biggest joke they put on us yet. You joke. Who sent you? Burns or Pinkerton? No, by God, you're such a bonehead. I'll bet you're in the Secret Service. Well, you dirty spy. You rotten agent provocateur. You could go back and tell whatever skunk is paying you blood money for betraying your brothers and that he's wasting his coin. You couldn't catch a cold. And tell him that all he'll ever get on us, or ever got, is just his own sneaking plots that he framed up to put us in jail. We are what our manifesto says we are, neither more nor less. And we'll give him a copy of that any time he calls. And as for you, oh well, what's the use talking? You're a brainless ape.
What's that? You sheeny bum ya?
Throw 'em up, boys, eh?
In spite of his struggles, this is done with gusto and eclat. Propelled by several parting kicks, Yank lands sprawling in the middle of a narrow cobbled street. With a growl, he starts to get up and storm the closed door, but stops bewildered by the confusion in his brain, pathetically impotent. He sits there brooding, and is near to the attitude of Rodin's thinker as he can get in his position.
So them boys don't think I belong neither. Oh, to hell with them. They're in the wrong pew. The same old bull. Soapboxes and Salvation Army. No guts. Cut an hour off in a day and make me happy. Give me $1 a day and make me happy. 3 square a day and cauliflowers in the front yard. Equal rights, a woman and kids, a lousy vote. And I'm all fixed up for Jesus, huh? Ah, hell, what does that get you? This thing's in your inside, but it ain't your belly. Feeding your face, sinkers and coffee, that don't touch it. It's way down at the bottom. You can't grab it, and you can't stop it. It moves, and everything else moves. It stops, and the whole world stops. That's me now. I don't tick C. I'm a busted Ingersoll, that's what. Steel was me, and I own the world. Now I ain't Steel, and the world owns me. Oh, hell! I can't see. It's all dark, get me? It's all wrong.
He turns a bitter mocking face up like an ape, gibbering at the moon.
Say you was up there, man, in the moon. You look so wise. Give me the answer, huh? Slip me the inside dope, the information right from the stable. Where do I get off, huh?
A policeman has come up the street in time to hear this last. He says with grim humor,
You'll get off at the station, you boo, if you don't get up out of that and keep moving.
Sure. Lock me up. Put me in a cage. That's the only answer you know. Go on, lock me up.
What you been doing?
Enough to give me life for. I was born, see? That's the charge. Write it in the blotter. I was born. Get me?
God pity your old woman. But I no time for kidding. You're soused. I'd run you in, but it's too long to walk to the station. Come on now, get up, or I'll fan your ears with this club. Beat it now!
Well, say, where do I go from here?
Go to hell!
Curtain. Scene 8, the final scene, takes place at twilight of the next day. It is the monkey house at the zoo. One spot of clear gray light falls on the front of one cage so that the interior can be seen. The other cages are vague, surrounded in shadow from which chatterings pitched in a conversational tone can be heard. On the one cage, a sign from which the word gorilla stands out. This gigantic animal himself is seen squatting on his haunches on a bench in much the same attitude as Rodin's The Thinker. Yank enters, and immediately a chorus of angry chattering and screeching breaks out.
Welcome to your city, huh? Hail, hail, the gang's all here.
At the sound of his voice, the chattering dies away into an attentive silence. Yank walks up to the gorilla's cage and, leaning over the railing, stares in at its occupant, who stares back at him, silent and motionless. There is a pause of dead stillness. Then Yank begins to talk in a friendly, confidential tone, half mockingly, but with a deep undercurrent of sympathy to the animal.
Say, you're some hard-looking guy, ain't you? Well, I've seen lots of tough nuts in that gang called gorillas. Oh, but you're the first real one I ever seen. Oh, some chest you got, huh? And those shoulders and them arms and them mitts. Oh, I bet you got a punch could in either fist that'd knock 'em silly.
This is said with genuine admiration. The gorilla, as if he understood, stands upright, swelling out his chest and pounding on it with his fist. Yank grins sympathetically.
Oh, sure, I get you. You challenged the whole world, huh? You got what I was saying, even if you muffed the words. And why wouldn't you get me? Ain't we both members of the same club? The Hairy Apes?
They both stare at each other.
Oh, sure. You're what she seen when she looked at me. A white-faced tart. I was you to her. Get me? Only out of the cage, broke free, free to murder her. See, sure, that's what she thought. Well, she wasn't wise that I was in a cage too. Worse than yours, sure, a damn sight. 'Cause you got some chance to bust loose, but me? Oh, hell, it's all wrong, ain't it? I suppose you want to know what I'm doing here, huh? Well, I've been warming a bench down at the battery ever since last night. Sure, I seen the sun come up. That was pretty, too. All red and pink and green. I was looking up at the skyscrapers, steel, and all the ships coming in and sailing out all over the earth. But they were steel, too. The sun was warm, but there wasn't no clouds, and there was a breeze blowing, sure. It was great stuff. I got it all right. What Patty was saying about that being a right dope. Only I couldn't get in. You get me? I couldn't belong in that. It was over my head, and I kept thinking. And then I beat it up here to see what yours was like. And I waited till they all gone to get you alone. Say, how you feel sitting in that pen all the time, having to stand for 'em coming and staring at you? The white-faced skimpy tarts and the boobs that marry 'em? Making fun of you, laughing at you, getting scared of you, damn 'em?
He pounds on the rail with his fist. The gorilla rattles bars of his cage and snarls. All the other monkeys set up an angry chattering in the darkness.
Sure, that's the way it hits me too. Only you're lucky, see? You don't belong with them and you knows it, but me, I belong with them. But I don't, see? They don't belong with me, that's what, get me? Oh, thinking is hard.
The gorilla growls impatiently.
It's this way, what I'm driving at. Yous can sit and dope dreams in the past. Green woods, the jungle, a champ of the world. But me, I ain't got no past to think in. No, nothing that's coming. Only what's now. And that don't belong either. Sure, you're the best off. You can't think, can you? You can't talk neither. But I can make a bluff of thinking and talking, almost. I can almost get away with it. And that's where the Joker comes in. I ain't on earth and I ain't in heaven. Get me? I'm in the middle, trying to separate them, taking all the worst punches from both of them. Maybe that's what they call hell, huh? But you're at the bottom. You belong. What the hell? Sure, you get me. It beats me when you try to think or talk it. It's way down deep, behind you and me. You and me feel it, sure, both members of this club. What the hell? To hell with it. A little action, that's our meat. That's what belongs. Knock them down and keep busting them till they croaks with your gat. With steel, sure. Are you game? They've looked at yous, ain't they? In a cage? Wanna get even? Wind up like a sport instead of croaking slow in there?
The gorilla roars an emphatic affirmative. Yank goes on with a sort of furious exaltation.
Sure, you're regular. You'll stick it to the finish. Me and you, huh? Both members of this club. We'll put up one last star about that'll knock them off of their seats. They'll have to make the cages stronger after we're through.
The gorilla is straining at his bars, growling, hopping from one foot to the other. Yank takes a jimmy from under his coat and forces the lock on the cage door, and he throws this open.
Pardon from the governor. Step out and shake hands. I'll take you for a walk down Fifth Avenue. We'll knock him off the earth and croak with the band playing. Come on, brother.
The gorilla scrambles gingerly out of his cage and goes to Yank and stands looking at him. Yank keeps his mocking tones and holds out his hand.
Shake The secret grip of our order.
Something, the tone of mockery perhaps, suddenly enrages the animal. With a spring, he wraps his huge arms around Yank in a mocking, murderous hug. There is a cracking snap of crushed ribs. The gorilla lets the crushed body slip to the floor.
Hey, I didn't see that. I didn't say to you, kiss me.
The gorilla stands over Yank's body, uncertainly considering, then picks it up, throws it in the cage, shuts the door, and shuffles off menacingly into the darkness. A great uproar of frightened chattering and whimpering comes from the other cages.
Oh, say, they ought to match him with Zybesco. He got me all right. I'm through. Even him didn't think I belonged. Christ, where do I get off at? Where do I fit in? What the hell? No squawking, see? No quitting, get me? Croak with your boots on.
He grabs hold of the bars of the cage and hauls himself painfully to his feet and looks around him bewilderingly, forcing a mocking laugh.
In the cage, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, step forward and take a slant at the one, the only, the original, Harry 8 from the wilds of...
He slips to a heap on the floor and dies. The monkeys set up a chattering, whimpering wail, and perhaps the hairy ape at last belongs. Curtain the end. We are over time by 10 minutes, but I run through really quickly and just introduce the cast to you. First is Michael Walzak, then Tom Thompson, then Nathan Harkins, then Janie McDonald, Brian Chris Jacket, Diane Hamilton, John Anderton, Bill Salem, Tim Richmond, John Keller, Keith W. Bradley, and Polly Haley. Be at the door to pass the hat if you please would like to contribute. Thank you so much for coming. And please, if you enjoyed this, go on social